Hello, my friends. Look what day it is. It's the best day of the month, MXM Day. So let's check it out. This month's box is called Chroma Fusion. And I have to admit, when I saw the theme, I was not anticipating tie-dye. I'm not sure I know the definition of chroma. But anyway, we have 2 plates, 2 polishes, and the full kit, of course, and a bonus gift. So we have Melted Aura, MXM 177, Organic Swirls, Gradients, Patterns, Melted Pigments. We have Prismatic Swirl, MXM 178, Bold Tie-Dye Patterns, Warped Lines, Dynamic Wave Textures. We have 2 polishes, Glow Wave B585, a Vibrant Coral Cream, and Solar Swirl B586, a Deep Yellow Smooth Metallic. And I'm guessing this is going to be the same finish that we've been getting for a lot of the polishes lately that has that really slight shimmer. Just guessing. I haven't really seen it except for online. And then the bonus gift is a double-ended stamper and a scraper, I believe. It doesn't say it on here, but we'll see. So these are our colors on this card here. I have to admit, I'm not digging that color combo too much. I think it looks cool on the card, but like I wouldn't wear that, right? I don't know. I live kind of near Asheville and I'm just like have some connotations about tie-dye. I did just see them post a short on Instagram making this manicure and I do think that looks really pretty. So I think we are gonna make a manicure at the end of this video after I test the polishes and go through all of the items in the box. So I really do like how this turned out when they use this gold across all the nails. It just really gives it this cohesive look. It's very pretty. And this is how they did it. They did an ombre, stamped it over white, and then they added the gold from another section. So this is a layered plates. There's no reverse stamping with these. First of all, we have a In My Stamping Era. This is the perfect sticker to come with this box. I don't know if that was a happy accident or what, but that fits really well with this like groovy tie-dye theme. I like that. Let's take a look at the bonus gift. And if you're a first-time subscriber to MXM, I think you get a free stamper, but it's the ice cube stamper. So if this is your first box, then you are set on stampers. We have a lot of them. So it definitely has like a cool magnifying effect. Like here, let's see if you can see my little goose. That's pretty cool. And then does that make it look smaller or bigger? I think it makes it look bigger. That's like a little microscope. That's pretty cool. Not really how you're supposed to use it, but yeah, in my opinion, that's going to be difficult to see where you're stamping. But I am having fun with how magnified this gets. It's a real detail-oriented stamping. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I definitely prefer the ice cube or maybe even the monocle sometimes. I'm just not sure how to use this with being able to place with layering. But let's play around with it after we look at the rest of the stuff. Because yeah, I don't know. I've just never used that kind before. And we have this really big scraper, giant scraper. For reference, this is how they usually look. It's a big girl. I think it looks really cool. I guess it's probably about the size of a credit card. I think it's, I'm just guessing, it kind of feels like credit card size, so that's nice. It's also pretty thick. I think it's the same thickness as these other ones. I always use these even thinner ones. You can tell I use these ones a lot. They're just a little bit thinner and more flexible, and that's just what I prefer. But this is kind of the only ones you can get lately. So that's our bonus gift. I think it's pretty cool. Let's look at the plate. Actually, no, I changed my mind. Let's look at the polish. Okay, we have like a really bright pink and a gold. I think, were they describing it as yellow or orange? This is a gold, or maybe even like bronze. When I saw these photographed on the promo material, my first thought was that this looks a lot like watermelon float. So I'm gonna compare this, and then also my thought was that this looks like Heart of Gold. Obviously, in person, I am wrong as usual, but we're going to compare some of these polishes. All right, here's Heart of Gold, side by side. So I'm definitely going to swatch that because although they look different in the bottle, they might stamp similar. So I'm just curious about that. Let's do some stamping. And then this is Watermelon Float and this is Melt. So they're pretty similar, but not the same. And just for anyone who had any other polishes come to mind, here's some other kind of similar toned pinks. Rosebud, Last Kiss, and Pumps. And you can see this is like a lot more orange or something, but I just wanted to show that. So we'll swatch these as well. I'll do this first, actually. I'll get to the plates in a minute. So this is Solar Swirl. And this is Heart of Gold. I have to say Solar Swirl has a little better coverage than this. And I'm going to take these outside and under some different lighting conditions so we can see them compared. I think those are pretty similar. Now we're going to try Glow Wave. It's really pretty. Kind of rose colored. This is Melt, much more pastel. And this is Watermelon Float. So there's some comparisons. This is our new ones on the bottom. Of all the times I've been wrong about them being similar, I think this is the time I've been the least wrong. I think they look pretty similar to some past polishes, but obviously they are a little different. There we go. And we'll take a closer look at that in a little bit, but I know y'all are probably wanting to see the plates, and that way we can do some stamping swatches as well. Here we have MXM 177. You can see these are layered. My mom was actually a fiber artist and she did a lot with dyes and silk dyeing and things like that. So I feel like I should know what these are, but I don't. But the words that are coming to mind are like batik. Is that right? Just like these here. Maybe it's all tie-dye, I don't know. But yeah, these are layered. I'm really curious about this one actually. These would make like a good cow print potentially, or maybe for seashell. I think any one of these would be good for that. I think these are cute too. So here's MXM 178. This has some more iconic tie-dye designs on it. This one especially, these two. So you can see they're obviously meant to go together, and we have more layering here. AB. And I'm gonna try to make a couple of these. So that's our plates. I don't have a lot to say about them because there's no reverse stamping or anything really like kind of stand out about them. They're really similar. We've been getting a lot of these kind of plates where there's no reverse stamping going on. Like Maniology just used to have such funky designs and, you know, like just strange, weird themes and stuff, like picnics or dinosaurs or, you know, just cool stuff like that. And I guess like that was sort of the golden age of stamping, in my opinion, like kind of during the 2020s, or you know what I mean? A lot of people were kind of at home and experimenting with different hobbies and stuff. And maybe those things just weren't selling well enough, which really makes me sad, but I understand, you know, from a business perspective, you kind of have to do what you have to do. But yeah, there's definitely like a core group of us that are into like the art part of it a little more so than kind of just making it easy. Like I see that over and over again. It's easy. I don't want it to be easy. I want to like lock in and like spend way too much time on making 4 nails that I'll never use. But you know, everybody's different. So that's my personal preference. I wish they would mix it up a little more. We've just had so much of these just stamp and go kind of things, and I don't think every single person out there wants it necessarily to be easy. And like when they do the lives and stuff, they talk about how making more layered plates is just making it easier on people. I don't know. I mean, let me know what you think. Do you like it to be easier, or do you enjoy like the kind of meticulous like reverse stamping or creating scenes and stories and stuff? I don't know. I'd be very curious to know actually. So not a complaint. I think these are very beautiful. I mean, honestly, they're very pretty, and I think they'll make excellent backgrounds. And I have an idea in mind already, but let me do some stamping swatches with this first. All right, let's bust out this brand new stamper here. I am nervous to use this huge card, but I think I'm gonna start with Glow Wave. This is perfect for bottle swatching. Oops, I said bottle swatching and then I put it on the nail. Oh my goodness. It wouldn't be a Zenstamping video without me making some silly mistake. Let's try that again. This is Solar Swirl. I actually like this scraper card a lot. I'm really surprised. Well, that is pretty good coverage over the black. I don't know how I feel about this because I'm curious to layer. I was realizing that I could just swatch over both of these colors by doing the layering, so I think I'll do that. And let's just see how well it layers. And I'll show you a trick for layering in a minute. It's so hard to see. I already did it. Well, yeah, it's just impossible to line things up properly. Well, for me anyway, with this kind of thing. Like you can kind of see it at an angle, but yeah, it's not easy. So let me do it over the black. That looks cool over the black. I must admit, I like that. Yeah, I can't see what I'm doing at all. But I mean, that's kind of okay, right? Just because of the nature of tie-dye, it's sort of unpredictable. Isn't that sort of one of the appeals of it? That you kind of don't know what you're gonna get? Am I wrong? Or is the challenge to know what you're gonna get? I don't know. I've never actually made anything tie-dye, I don't think. Maybe when I was like really little. Okay, wow. This is Solar Swirl is really surprising over the black. It really takes on a completely different color. It's almost a purple. Or Glow Wave, I'm sorry. I meant to say Glow Wave, the pink. Solar Swirl is the gold, Glow Wave is the pink. Okay. Yeah, wow, that's really surprising. I think it looks really cool. I like those both a lot. Now I'm going to show you one of my tricks for layered stamping and having good success with that. Just using this really big nail here as an example, just because it's a little easier to show it. I'm going to use a regular ice cube stamper so I can see what I'm doing because that's important. And let's do this black base. I think that will be cool. While we're waiting for this to dry, we'll take our polish swatches here and go around to some different lighting sources so we can compare a little better. I'm gonna keep using our colors here from the box. So here's what I like to do if I'm trying to be really precise. I like this star image here. This is kind of cool. I can't believe I've been converted to that large scraper. All right, so see how we have the A and the B down here? I'm gonna put the A right on the tip, and depending on the design you're doing, here, let me just show you this way because it's just for demonstration purposes. So we can see the A is down there. Now I pick up image B, and now I just layer the B over the A like that. And then you can cover up the letters, you know, for example, if I was doing some kind of French tip or something, I don't know, I can just cover it up. And one last thing I want to do is stamp some of these little guys with the little side of the stamper. So let's try, I don't know, I guess let's try this like little circle-y thing. And since it's small, I can only pick up one of these, but I'm gonna put it like right there. And like I mentioned, I live near Asheville, and so my biggest association with tie-dye is dirty bare feet. I know. So off the top of my head, I can't think of a plate that has bare feet on it, so I'm gonna paint some. And so I actually could look up on my app called Plate Vault to see if I have any plates that have bare feet on them, but I am filming with my phone, and so I'm not gonna be able to do that. But I don't know if I've announced that formally, but my husband and I made an app called Plate Vault. It's available right now only on iOS, unfortunately. It's just because the privacy requirements on Android just don't align with what we're trying to do. So unfortunately for the moment, but it could change. So I do apologize sincerely to my Android users, but if you have an iPhone, Plate Vault is available for a very low cost. There's no ads on it. We're taking the privacy thing very seriously, but basically it's an alternative to like spreadsheets or apps like Airtable, which I just always find really glitchy, and they do have a limit for how many plates you can put in Airtable. So we came up with this solution. We made this app, and you can organize things by theme, brand, pattern, pretty much anything, and you can also create a wish list. So it's a really cool app. Definitely check it out and let me know what you think. We're definitely always open to feedback and improving. It comes preloaded with a lot of plates, mostly Maniology. It doesn't have every plate. It's not designed to have every plate preloaded. It's just kind of to save you some time. And you can also, it saves the images on the app, and so if you have them on your camera roll, you can upload them into the app and then delete them from your camera roll, and then you'll still have them. So anyway, yeah, check it out, Plate Vault. And there's also an FAQ about it on my website, Zenstamping.com, so you can learn a little bit more about it and see kind of like how to use it. But I think I'll do a video on it at some point. Anyway, here's our little feet. I think they look pretty cute, actually. So again, I can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna put them here and hope for the best. I lost the toe. Let me put my toe back on. There we go. This is pure nonsense, y'all. This is pure nonsense. I think I'm gonna try to do a French tip like with this. I don't know if this is gonna work, but let's try like that. Kind of looks like a smiley face. Give it a top coat. And there you go. Ridiculous, but Very fun. I enjoyed that. All right, so that is the June MXM box Chroma Fusion, a tie-dye layered stamping experience. I like the colors. I think they're pretty cool. They're pretty similar to some other things we've had in the past. I think the plates are really nice. They make a fun background. Really good for like beachy stuff coming up. I could just totally see some cool backgrounds, like maybe some subtle pastel backgrounds with like beachy scene in the front, you know, like this is a sunset or something maybe. Anyway, lots of stuff we can do with this. I'm surprised how much I like this scraper. I wasn't expecting that, so I'm glad I gave it a try. This, I'm just not sure what the best application is for this, just because you can't see what you're doing. But as usual, I'm probably just doing something wrong or like missing something obvious. That happens every video. Someone in the comments is like, oh, why didn't you try this? And I'm like, because I'm dumb, that's why. So let me know what I messed up this time. Always appreciate your input and love reading your comments. I've been really busy lately, so thank you for kind of hanging in with me and being patient and just kind of, yeah, you know how it is, life, right? Thanks again for joining me. Thank you again to my member subscribers. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video. If you made it this far, you might as well. You can also save 10% on your next Miniology order with my discount code Zen10. And that's all I have for you today, my friends. So until next time. Bye.